Hello, I'm Deb Walter, founder of Priority Bracelet. I'm so glad you could join me today to learn more about Priority Bracelet and hopefully learn quite a bit about your priorities. Get a piece of paper and a pen and we'll get started. Priority Bracelet is a life planner for your wrist. It can remind you of your goals so that your decisions and you achieve them. On the piece of paper, write your name. Right there on top, perhaps in the middle. Now I want you to take a few minutes and I want you to think of every word or phrase when you think about yourself and write those down. So basically it's going to look like a shopping list. You're going to look at your name, think about yourself and your life, and you're going to write all the words and phrases that occur to you when you do this. The most difficult part is you cannot censor. You cannot think, that's stupid, or I don't want to write that, or what does that have to do with me? If it comes into your head, it goes onto the page. That's the beauty of this exercise. You want to get your creativity rolling. You don't want to judge yourself or your thoughts. Okay, go ahead. Now, if your mind goes blank, I want you to keep writing the last word or phrase. Keep writing until you think of a new word or phrase to write. Hopefully by now you have at least 10, 12 words or phrases. Now you get to take a look at your list. Now you can cross off words that don't really apply to you. It's your chance to censor. So if you have something on your list that just really doesn't make a whole lot of sense or isn't a long-lasting, something that's going to be permanent with you, go ahead and cross it off. But at the same time, I want you to look for words that repeat themselves or are about the same things. Circle, box, or underline those. Draw some lines connecting ideas that go together or are similar. Look for some themes in your list. Perhaps look for words that you can't imagine ever describing yourself without using. Once you've done that, take a moment and think about what your list is telling you about who you are today. Now we're going to take a moment and think about your past. What was the first thing you wanted to be when you grew up? When you were a little girl, remember? What was that first thing that you said, when I grow up, I want to be, what was it? I want you to think about what you enjoyed doing when you were a little girl, and what about whatever that thing you wanted to be appealed to you. Why did you want to be that? Why did you want to do that? What were the things that brought you joy then? Write those down. One example is perhaps many of us wanted to be a ballerina or a dancer when we were little. Now it's probably too late for many of us. But is there a way we can add the dance, the joy that the dance brought to our lives? Could we take a dance class, or see a musical, or simply dance around our kitchens? What is it from those early years that you could add to your life to make your life more fun, more enjoyable? Now we're going to jump to the future. I want you to picture yourself 10 years older. And I know for some of us that's difficult. But the difference is, when you picture yourself 10 years older, you're content. This future you is happy with herself and her life. And not the fleeting happiness that comes from getting on the scale and, miraculously being 3 pounds less today than you were yesterday. Or not because your income tax refund was a few dollars more than you were expecting. But truly this contented, peaceful state of mind. Let me ask you a few questions about this future. Where are you? Geographically, physically, where are you? Are you in the same state? Are you in the same home? Are you somewhere different? Are you inside or are you outside? What is it you're doing when you're at work or when you're at play? Who's around you? Or are you alone? What qualities do you have? Are they qualities you don't have now? Now, if you have an active imagination, I want you to try this. Imagine having a conversation with that future you, that older, more content you. You're having a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. What's she saying to you? During your time together, what advice is she giving you? Are there changes you need to make to become her? Write those down. I know that's a difficult exercise. It is for me. So here's a nice easy one. I'm going to say a sentence with a blank at the end, and you're going to fill in the blank with your very first thought, your very first instinct. Okay, are you ready? I'm happiest when blank. I'm relaxed when blank. I'm excited when blank. If I were working on me, in other words, if I were my first priority, I would what? If I had no fear, I would what? I think I could make more of a contribution at home, at work, or in the community if I'd just what? What could you do or not do that would make you more effective at work, at home, or in the community? Now, as you take a look at your list, your piece of paper there that represents your life as it is today, hopefully some things that you enjoyed in the past when you were a little girl that brought you joy, some ideas about what you want to be like in the future to be truly content. I want you to think about what charms you could use to represent those, to put them on your wrist and be reminded of, these are my priorities, these are important to me. We have some ideas. If you need healing in your life from some type of loss, either health, job, relationship, perhaps you'll put a bandage. If you want to be reminded of people who are important to you, loved ones, you could use a birthstone or initial. If one of your goals is to travel, you could use a plane or a passport, a flower, animal, or sun for appreciation of nature, a recycle symbol, whale, or dolphin for care of our planet, a flag or an eagle for patriotism, and words to reinforce, such as joy, family, hope, future, courage, strength, or balance. If you have a desire to continue your education, perhaps you'd use a graduation cap, an apple or a strawberry for healthy eating, or a sneaker for exercise, a computer to keep pace with technology, a smiley face to give great customer service, or perhaps just to remind yourself to give kindness. I love the cornucopia and always have it on my bracelet to focus on the blessings in my life and to remind myself that my life is abundantly full. I also always have a present on my bracelet to remind me to live in the moment and not worry about tomorrow or the next thing on my to-do list. If you manage others, you could use charms such as inspire or empower to help you be a better manager, or perhaps to be a better mom. Could a coffee cup or teapot charm remind you to take the time to really listen to coworkers, friends, and family? To really give someone your undivided attention and all the time they need? I'm so glad that you spent these few minutes with me here at Priority Bracelet, the life planner for your wrist. And I encourage you to use our website, contact me with any questions. We'll help you find any charm that you possibly could use to represent your goals or anything that you would need. We can give you advice on fit and type. But go ahead, take a look at the website. Let me know what you think. Get back to me with any suggestions. We love to hear from you. We're on Facebook, where we currently feature many bracelets our customers design and why they choose the charms they do. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and I hope you enjoy Priority Bracelet.